Hello guys, welcome to Tutorial Race, and in this video I am going to show you how you can configure Visual Studio Code so that you can work on Spring Boot project. Visual Studio is very flexible and it is used by a large community. So I will show you first how to install the plugins and how to use Visual Studio Code for developing Spring Boot project. Later I will also show you how to install and how to use Spring Suite tools actually for with the Eclipse also. So first let me show you how to install and using Visual Studio Code. So the first thing is you need to download and install Visual Studio Code. It's totally free. So let me show you how you can do that. Okay, let's go to Google and just type here download VS Code or Visual Studio Code. You need to click on here, and then depending upon your Windows, for example if you are running Windows, then you have to select this one, and if you are using Mac, then you have to use, and if you are using other Debian or Red Hat, Fedora, etc., in that case Ubuntu, in that case you can use this one. So in most of the cases you might be using this Windows, so just click on this and download will start. As you can see, the download has started. In my case I have already installed, so I am not going to install this again, but let me check. If the version might have changed, then it will be better. Okay, so now it's successfully downloaded, and now let's double click on this. Just next, and here create a desktop icon, so that depends upon you whether you want to keep it or not, and open with, so all these should be checked. Simple. Now next install. Now as you can see, it's successfully installed. And after this I will open. Since I was already using this, so that is why you can see here it is displaying you some Flutter project and all that. So let's forget about this. Just I will close folder. Now if I want to use this Visual Studio Code for Spring framework, Spring Boot, in that case what I will have to do? The easiest way to do this is, let's go to Google and just write here Spring Initializer. Spring Initializer. Just click on this, and then what you are going to use. So I will use this, of course, language Java, and then better we can use this one also, Maven, and Java and Maven. Okay. And then the latest version is currently this one is stable. Okay, snapshot these were, so we can see, you can say it is more of like beta version. So I'm going to use this stable one, 3.3.5. now here group, so I'll write it as is Softtek, and then whatever you want, say Tutorial Race, and the description whatever you want to give. So we will use this jar file, and this is the Java version which we will use Java 17. So JDK, one more thing, in case you have not installed JDK, then you have to install Java Development Kit separately. Okay, so I'm not going to cover in this video that one, but for the time being you can understand that. Okay, so JDK Java version 17 I am going to use. There are other versions also, for example 23, 21, so whatever version you will like, but in my case I am going to use Java 17. And after this, now generate. And one more thing, if you want to add few dependencies like here, for example DevTools, so dependency is added here, and then Spring Security, Spring Web, yeah, this one for developing website, and If you want to use MySQL, in that case MySQL connector, MySQL driver. So this way you can select the dependencies from here. Once this is done, then just click on generate. So a zip file will be generated and it's successfully downloaded. Now what I need to do, I'll go here and then you need to unzip that first and keep into any folder. So in my case what I'll do, just let me copy this and then I'll go to C drive, and here I think Spring, Java, whatever. No, so let me create a folder called Java Frameworks. Java Frameworks. Inside the Java framework I will paste simply this one. Okay, now let's go to here and then open folder, not file actually. Let's make it something like this here and then open folder. Now this folder is opened. Here you can see the related files. I trust. Now what we need to do, go to src and then main and then Java and click on this file. After clicking this, what you have to do is, let's ignore this for the time being, go to here and then not here, these 3 points. So guys, here you can see it doesn't show anything right here to run this code. So what I'll do, let's go to extension, this extension, and right here Spring, then you will see a lot of Spring. And one more thing, it says that JDK is not installed. Okay, actually it is already installed but it's not configured maybe. So I'm clicking in here, install new JDK. So which version? 21 I am going to. So JDK is already installed in my case, so there is no need to install Java Development Kit separately, because if you want to check whether JDK is working or not, in that case what you need to do, just write here Java C and then you can see it is displaying that okay, so this is running, or else you will get message that this is not internal or external command. Okay, now if you want to run this code, then here you can see there is one Java run, here debug Java run. So either you can run from here or from there. Allow. Okay, so now you can see this project is getting executed here. And now if you want to check whether this successfully started or not, so what you need to do, just write here localhost and then 8080, this is the default port. Yeah, so it says white label error page, that means we have not configured any page because we have not added any HTML page, that's why it's displaying this. So what I will have to do, just go here and then inside our file src and then resources, not resources actually, so what I'll do, since it's an MVC framework, means model view and controller, so what I'll do, first I will create one controller here. Okay, this is the folder, go to here and controller. I'll just inside controller I will create one file called home controller. Controller dot Java. So as soon as you create this, then automatically all these things will be created. Inside here we will write an annotation. Annotation means the path through which we will access our project, means file. So this is the one what I have done. This is the mapping, get mapping and response body. It will display when we will open to the browser. So this is home controller. So now if you try to open this controller through this annotation, means message or whatever name you want to put here, and then this one should display there. Okay, so this annotation is normally used for binding with a URL. Now let's try to run this and check into the browser. So here localhost and then message, still it's saying white label error page. So we are still getting this error because we have to specify that what type of class this is. So we have to specify here @controller. That means this is controller. Okay, so as soon as you write here controller, then automatically it get imported from here. So now this framework, this application understands that okay, whatever we have written here, this is actually not a normal class but controller class. So now if we try to open that and refresh from here using message, now here you can see the message is displaying here, this message, right? So that means what? So how this is working, this message, so if I change here to MSG and refresh it, then if you try to open, it will show error. And here if you type MSG, then you can see it is displaying same. So this is the mapping URL. Okay, and then this one is simple function and response body, and whatever we are writing here, this one is displaying there. Now if you want to include any template, because directly we cannot write this kind of code, na? If you want to include any template, HTML template or JSP template, ThemeLeaf actually, in that case what we will have to do. So let's create one more annotation, say home, get mapping home, and now this is our function name, method name, and here return home. That means we have to create one file called home.html, where inside going into resources and template. So here you can see the temp file. Now inside folder we have to write templates. Inside this we will have to create index.html, not home.html, home.html, and whatever you want you can write here. Hello Spring Boot. Right now, so basically how this is working, this is the controller and this one is home page, means a template. Now this template will load inside this controller. Okay, so this is controller and model we will create later, but currently it is controller and view file. Now refresh it and try to check into the browser that using, this time we will open this, where is it, yeah, this time we will open using home, and home.html should load. Home. So there is some problem, let's see. So this is the mapping, this one directly it is opening into the browser, but now we have created one file called templates, then home.html. Inside the templates, first resources, then templates, inside that home.html, and now we are calling that file, this template file, inside our controller. Okay, so string home, then return home, the file name exactly you have to pass home.html. So you don't have to remember, you don't have to write here HTML, you just need to pass here only the file name. means HTML. Okay, and after this, sometimes if it doesn't work, then what you have to do, you go here and then run this controller itself. Okay, and then now if we open this, then you can see hello Spring Boot, it's displaying. And one more thing changes I have done, theme leaf here, this one insert dependency, going into the POM file pom.xml, I have added one more dependency here, Spring Framework, and then this theme leaf. Okay, because in Spring Boot we will be using this Spring Framework, we will be using this theme, this template, so that is why here this dependency you have to write there, means inside pom.xml. So guys, as you can see, what is the process. The first process was here, using Spring Initializer we created here and downloaded the file, opened here, then created controller here. After creating controller, we created templates as well in HTML. Now after this, here we have provided two annotation. First one is message. First I have displayed here directly, that's why we have written here response body. Okay, because we are displaying the message directly here, that's why return. But in this case, what we are doing, we are loading the home page directly from here, means template file, this one. Later we can write some other code also, but for the time being we are using here home.html. So that's it, but this is not the easier and convenient way. So we will install some plugins, that means extensions from here. So in the next video I will show you how to install extensions, and that will be easier. In that case we don't have to go to Spring Initializer directly, everything will be downloaded and installed here itself. Okay, so let's see in the next video.